Hello my friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm here for hashtag Tag Tuesday, and today I kind of had an urge to make some tags out of wrapping paper, and specifically Christmas wrapping paper, because I'm working on a Christmas journal, and I had a couple of really beautiful scraps here, so I thought I would love to make some tags out of these. So, yes, we're going to make some tags today. I'm just looking at my camera because if you have a camera, well, I phone on my, I record on my phone. It's a Android, and recently we've had some updates. And I didn't realize it changed my settings on my camera. Like, hello, you can do an update, but you really shouldn't be changing my settings on my camera. I was like very surprised. So I think at least one of my videos may be, backwards, like, sort of opening something like my journal this way. It's going to be opening this way. So sorry about that. I didn't know it was allowed to, turn my settings off. That's kind of crazy to me, but I think I worked it out. So I think we are back to the way I want it. But it's like I hadn't had that issue in a long time, because once I get my camera on my phone set, that's it. It doesn't, I don't have any reason to change it back and forth or anything, unless you have to restore your camera to factory settings, and you have a problem where sometimes maybe you have to do that. Then you'd have to put your camera in the proper settings again. But anyway, so anyway, I hope you don't mind any of my videos that may have been backwards in the last week. But anyway, so I brought this, I have a bunch of file folders from work that I recycle, so that's what this is. That's why this has some pieces cut off where it had names and things on it. It wasn't too bad as far as that goes. There was just a name right here, but that made it where I couldn't use it. We couldn't use it at work anymore because someone had written on the folder. So then I got to bring it home for crafting. So I have this one here, and oh, this one too was just staring me in the face. This looks pretty old. Just what it's made out of, and the graphics looked pretty old on here. So I think it's super cute. So I thought I'd go ahead and glue this one down first. I got two pieces here. Let's start with this one. And I have all my glues here, but I wanted to go ahead and use this Elmer's Craft Bond. It's the extra strength permanent bond, it's called, just in case you were wondering. I usually pick up I think it's a 4-pack at Walmart that they have there. So, or I'm sure you can get it on, Amazon or wherever. But yeah, I usually just pick it up at Walmart. So I usually do sew around my tags that are wrapping paper. So I'm thinking I will sew around this, but I'm going to go ahead and glue the whole thing down. I'm sure I'll be trimming this down, but I just wanted to see what it looked like all glued down. So in case you didn't know, Tag Tuesday is an open collab hosted by me, and everyone's welcome to participate. You just post your video on a Tuesday. Use the hashtag Tag Tuesday in your description box, and in your title. Link my channel, subscribe to my channel, and pretty much all set. I'm going to cut, let's see. I'm going to cut, there is part of an elf with there's like little elves on here, and there's elf's feet right there. So I'm going to cut the feet off, just so I don't have feet dangling at the top of my tag here. So let's cut the feet, and I'm going to cut it like, just cut it like that. And then this is not straight here, so I'm going to cut a straight line there. Let's get that straightened out. See what we have. See what we have when it's all said and done here. Cut into a usable shape. So down here, I could use all of this, but I need the tag to be, I don't want it to be this big. So I think I'm going to, let me cut off this side first because the width is kind of good. You know, I don't mind the width. I just need it to be even. So these are simple, just wrapping paper, glue, and cardstock. Whatever cardstock you have, you can use, you know, whatever. I usually do like to put something that can be written on the back here. So like I said, I don't want it to be that, quite that tall. I mean, it can be. There's nothing wrong with it being that tall. But I kind of didn't really want it to be that tall. So I'm going to cut it right here under this elf, I think. Let me open this up and get it nice and straight. There we go. Okay, now I think that's super cute. Now I want to cut some angles here at my top of the tag. Go ahead and cut some angles. You can do, if you don't like to just eyeball your angles, you know, you can cut off one corner. I'm sure y'all have seen this before, but in case you're new to making tags, you just cut off one corner and then take it over, put it over here, and then you have your, you know, you'll be able to cut the same exact angle over here. So I've seen a lot of people do that. I just kind of wing it and eyeball it, but you know, I think it turns out pretty well. So before I put a hole up here, like for a topper, I'm going to wait and see. I think I'll test it and see how this glue holds it down. I usually do use that glue, and I don't usually use, there's a little bit of a piece here I need to glue down, but I don't usually use art glitter glue. I mean, Fabri-Tac would be, I think, too thick, and then art glitter glue, even if you spread it out, there's still a chance it dries so fast. There's still a chance you could get streaks under there. As you're spreading it out, it's drying like so fast that you end up with streaks anyway of glue. And then you can see that, especially if it's a thin wrapping paper. So that's why I use that kind of permanent glue. If you are going to sew around for sure, sew around the edges, you could just use the purple glue, and then, you know, you would be sewing around. So, you know, if it came a little loose in a spot or something, it wouldn't matter because you sewed around it. So I'm going to not sew around these today. I'm going to do some of these today, and then if I decide to sew around it, I will do a little video where I show you where I'm sewing around it. Just, you know, not really a tutorial, just a little sew with me type of thing. So let's see, let's take the scraps from that piece of file folder and see if we can make any more tags here. So I've got this pretty red one, and that was, I used part of these two pieces that I just showed you in my journals that I'm making right now. So let's see. This is a piece that I can glue part of this down on. Maybe about right there. But I don't really want it that wide, you know. So, you know, this right here is a good width. Let me see if how this cuts. I don't know if I've ever cut wrapping paper on my paper cutter. It's kind of funny because it's like, who would ever thought you would be, you know, cutting, you know, most people just wrap their presents in wrapping paper and then it's torn off and thrown in the trash. But here we are cutting wrapping paper in our paper cutter. So kind of funny if you think about it. Okay, that's a good width for a tag, and even this could be a nice little skinny tag. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to glue this down. I've got a little bit of, let me see, will that just pull off? No, it won't all the way. Let me cut this tab off. Sometimes I save those tabs. I know I've done it before. I'll save. Let me cut that whole side straight off. And you can use this tab in your journal if you want. You can cut it here and maybe around the corner over here, and then you have a little tab or a big tab, however you want to do that. But I have done that before. Use the tabs from my file folders. I haven't done it often, but I know I did at least once. So, and it was pretty cool, I thought. So you know, I really need to save that and try to do that more often. So let's see, this is so pretty. I love it. Colors here, and this is all vintage wrapping paper that I received in Happy Mail. So we're going to put some, I just try not to put too much glue over where I don't need it, but I do want to get it all over here. Let me get my little, I have a cardboard right here so I don't mess up my desk, even though it's already messed up. This is a white table that I have here, and under this is cutting mat. Under what you see here, the wood grain is a really nice cutting mat, but it got both sides got messed up from me crafting on it. So what I did was cover this one side so far with this, it's called wallpaper. I am putting too much glue in here, but I just want to make sure I have enough. And this will dry clear, so if I have it where I don't need it, it'll just dry clear, and it won't matter if I decide to use that other piece somewhere else that I cut off. But anyway, I put some of that on here, and that's what this is that you see in my videos. But now this has gotten messed up too right here. Really just the two pieces. This is two pieces right here and right here. You know, under here. From here down. It's two pieces. And I got some, I had bought a couple extra, but I didn't know, like when I replace this, you know, when I put some more over here, will it look weird? So I want to get some more pieces in case I need to actually just do the whole thing over. So I'm gonna experiment with this. I can let you know how it goes in case you do videos too, and you have that on your table. You may want to know how it goes with covering this up again for a second time. But it protects my white, you know, it's like I said, it's a white painted like table underneath, so it protects that. And that's, you know, it does its job, the cutting mat with the wallpaper over it. Okay, I'm going to cut this extra. Oops, I think I moved it a little bit. Cut this a little bit more there. Got a little sliver. A very slight sliver. No, that's not even, I'm not catching it. I'm trying to cut such a small sliver, I'm not even catching it. It's a little bit more here. Let me get that off of there. Yeah, still some file folders showing. So let me do another sliver. Well, I might have to do my scissors and see. See right here? Got a little sliver there. Let me cut that off and then I'll even it up if I need to. I got it. Okay. So what's everyone doing today? And when this video is published, I'll be at work. So, of course, Monday through Friday. There's a sliver over here too. I'm going to cut this off. I don't want to waste this wrapping paper, so that's why I'm being so careful. It's so pretty, and someone sent it to me, so I don't want to waste it either. So, well, it's the glue on there is preventing me from cutting it in a sharp cut. It's kind of made it a little soggy. Even though it's just this glue stick, it's still, yeah, it still made it not the cardboard, just the, the fact that it's cutting through glue. It's not the paper isn't soggy, and the cardstock's not soggy. It's just that I'm cutting through glue there and it's not dry. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. If I need to, I will. You can always use, I have it right here. Let me cut this the length I want it though. Let's see. I kind of want to keep this whole, the rest of the wreaths here are pieces, but I want to keep this whole one. So I don't want to just like cut it off right there. So whatever pieces I cut off, I'm going to save and see if I can find a way to use them. But let's see, let me cut off this bottom piece first and see how long it is. See, it's okay, but I'd rather it be a little shorter. So maybe about, no, I think I'm going to leave it like this, because if I cut where I was just going to cut like right here, it'll just be like that. And I think it looks better with this wreath up here. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut my little slanty pieces at the top though. Even though it's long, it'll be a long, narrow, it could be a bookmark or a tag, and then of course you can still write on the back. So there's another one. Let's see, so we got the blue one and the red one so far. And, oh, I was going to show you the distressing, how it makes, in case you haven't seen that before. You just have your, this is just vintage photo, you know, Ranger Distress Oxide. And you just go along your, that little bit of file folder that was showing there. Of course, now I'm going to go all the way around, so it's, you know, the same all the way around. But any file folder that is showing just kind of disappears. There we go. All the file folder that was showing is gone. Because now it's brown and it just blends in. Okay, so that's done. It's not done, like I said, later, punching holes, maybe sewing around, but for right now, that's what I'm doing. So here's another piece of file folder. It's probably too small. Let's see. So this is another little long, narrow one. Oh, you know what? It's going to fit right there. Huh. I think I'm going to leave. Well, let me see if it'll peel off. This piece of the other wrapping paper. Mostly peeled off. Okay, so there's a little bit here that's the, you know, where they score the file folder. I think I'm going to cut that off. And even though I'll have to cut some wrapping paper off, possibly, I kind of don't want to deal with that. I'm going to cut that off. And I'll cut this off in a minute, this extra piece, but I want to go ahead. I'm going to glue it on here because this is the side where this is the messed up side, so we'll just be covering that up. And then we'll have a good side here that'll be the writing side, and then make sure I'm going to glue it down this way. Put some glue on here, and we'll have another tag or two. Maybe I'll cut this one in half. We'll see what it looks like when I get it down here. Yeah, the glue sticks do seem, if you really have a lot, if you're making a lot of tags, I've been, you know, making a lot of actual tags and journal cards where I'm using book pages, and I've been going through some glue sticks, let me tell you. So many glue sticks, but it's all right, it's all right. I did find a good price on like a whole bunch, like, let's see, I'm going to do it this way. At Walmart online, I don't know, I don't think it was a clearance price, but whatever it was a big box, like of, let me look at it, I have it right behind me. A box of 30 of the washable, not these craft bond. I've never found a really great deal on those, but the other ones, I'm using those on the book pages because I'm sewing around those for sure, you know. So I'm using the purple, you know, washable glue sticks, and I found a box of 30 at walmart.com for a really good price, like a little over $5. And that's pretty good price, a little over, even if it was almost $6 or whatever it was. It was 30 of them for that, for $5 or $6, whatever it was. So here's where the wallpaper is sticking over the file folder. So we're going to cut that piece off. I have all my little pieces here. And then this I'm going to cut down. Again, it's a little, I think I'm going to cut right under here. I'm just going to do it this time without hesitation and just see what happens and see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. So this is what we have left. That's why I didn't want to cut the other one, because this is what I have left. So not much of anything, but it is pretty colors. It's a little square. I could round the corners and make this into a little tuck spot, put something on here and just use this as a background since I don't really see the wreath now. It's only like partial pieces of wreath. You just kind of can look at it as the colors you've got here, red and green, and a little, I think this is silvery color, and it's even almost a little sparkly on that silver. But anyway, I'll save that, and maybe I can put a piece of ephemera or a word and a number, or a piece of ephemera and a number, something like that. You can even use it for your numbers if you have some, number stickers. You can put your numbers on something like this. If you're doing a December daily, you can put your, 19 on here type of thing. So that could come in handy later. All that to tell you that could, just to give you some examples of what it could be used for and why I'm not throwing it in the trash type of thing. So let's cut the tops on this. All right, there we go. Another one done. Okay, so we used all of the red. We used all of the red. I have a little piece here, a little piece here. Let's see, I got some trash here I need to throw out. My little corners. And then, oh, I have this little blue piece. Oh, I can do the same thing with this. See, it has that nice Noel on there. So that's another little square that I'll save. See, it's a piece of, with the cardstock that I cut off there. So I will definitely be saving those. Let me cut this off of here. This I won't be saving. That little sliver right there that is going in the trash. So I have all this this is the rest of the wrapping paper I got in Happy Meal, I believe. I think I pulled it all out. And I really, I want to save it for pages, but I want to also use it for some tags. So I don't know. I guess I could just cut some slivers off the side for my tags, and then I use the other bit, part that's left on a page. So let's make a couple more before our time's up. I don't know. This is a really cool one here. And there's one in here that I thought would be great tags because it's cardstock already. These two right here are cardstock. And they're pictures of their stitched Christmas trees, like embroidered. Very, very pretty. And so I thought maybe just cut these into tags. I don't know. Let's just see what we can do with one of them here. Well, let's do this one because it already has the edges cut off. This still has edges on it here. So let's just see. Let's cut this one into tags. Maybe 3 tags. 1, and then this will be 2, 3 right here. I'm just cutting where I think they would be wide enough to be a tag. So, and they're cardstock. They've already got writing space on the back. I mean, they're pretty much ready to go. I just don't, wanted to be able to use some of these things in my journals if I can this year, or at least to have them ready for next year. So, and I still could sew around it, although I probably wouldn't, but I could, and then put a little hole there, a little topper, which I'm not doing that part of it today. So, I mean, this could be a TV craft where I get some ribbon or whatever I want to put on top and, punch my holes and add my toppers one night during TV time. I need to do a video and show you what I've been working on for my TV time and my lunch breaks that I've been crafting on. So I only crafted one day last week on my lunch break. Okay, so we did one like this, so maybe I won't cut this one up right now. We've got time maybe to cut up one more, so let's pick one I'm trying to pick one that maybe I wouldn't be harder to use as a page. Like this is a great background for a page, an all over pattern like that, so I'll save that. I mean, they all really are. Let me just look and see if there's one I'd rather use. This is a long piece. Look how pretty that is. A Christmas, neighborhood kind of snowy Christmas scene. That's really pretty. This one is And this one would be great on a page because it's got these big teddy bears, and you wouldn't want to cut that up into tags. All over patterns would be I guess good for either or tags or pages. This I think I'd rather use as a page because it's got the trains, and then if you cut it up, you're only going to have partial trains. So yeah, I'm just thinking about these. I don't know why I have in here because I think this would be great for farm journal or any other journal but a Christmas journal. So I need to put those with my regular paper. This one, not necessarily Christmas either, like a crazy quilt, and it's wrapping paper. And this one I love too because it's so, I mean, mid-century modern all the way with these starbursts. I love this one. So let's see, what would be good as a tag? Let's go back to these two. Oh, is there one more here? Oh yeah, there's a couple more here. This one is gold, very pretty. And this one I think I would definitely save for a page because it's got these paper doll dresses on here. So cute. And I wouldn't want to cut that off as far as, you know, having a partial dress or something. Oh, here's another one that's really pretty too. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with, it's so hard to decide which one to cut up a little bit. But like I said, I'm only cutting a sliver off. This is a nice long piece here. This is a nice long piece here. And this is a piece, good piece for, I mean, it's like the perfect page right there. I'm going to say that one is so perfect. Maybe, I mean, this would be perfect too, but I actually could cut off a sliver and make some tags. So that's my excuse. I can cut off this piece and it'll still be good. I still have a lot to use for a page. Okay, that and a piece off of this one too. Let's see which side. This side is thinner. Let's see, right here. Yeah, this side's a little thinner. Let's cut up a piece off of here. And glue these down on my other piece of, here's a little strip, I need to put that over there. My other piece of file folder. So this one is plain here and it has the branding right here. So I try to remember to cover up my branding, whatever side I glue on. If there's branding, I want to glue over that. And make sure you can't see through it, and you can't on this wrapping paper. So let's see how this fits on here. It's going to fit perfectly right there. I'm going to put the glue this time on the wrapping paper so I can just cut it out. So, but I do want to get it all over. So I'm going to be, oh, this one's almost gone. I'm going to have to grab another one. I think I just opened a new pack of 4 of these Craft Bond Permanent Extra Strength by Elmer's. So I will be down to 3 after that one's gone. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I love it when you glue them down. I don't know, they just look so pretty, all like glued down, solid on craft. You know, it's a simple thing, but wrapping paper just looks so pretty when you glue it down. You know, here's what it looks like now. You glue it down, it just becomes a whole new thing, kind of, you know, when you glue it down on cardstock, or even a book page or something. If you didn't see my flip throughs of my, I think it was my last journal, the Blippy one, I glued book page. Let me get another one right behind me. Right here. Yeah, I glued book page down on the back side of a Ideals magazine page. And it was really nice. It just glued down really nice. It made for a really good coverage of, because the image I liked was on one side and the other side was just kind of a you know, cut up image. So I wanted to cover it up, and it did really good. Okay, so let's put these close together but not right next to each other. And I'll be partially covering up that branding here. So there, let's see how, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, or maybe it's just me. It just looks like it becomes a whole new thing when you glue it down. Okay, oh, there's a little bit of glue on there on the outside. Maybe I can use that. Probably not enough to use, but okay. So I'm gonna cut these. Cut these out. See what they look like as tags. This one's a little longer over here. I think about right there. Nope, I wasn't close enough. There we go. Now I'm going to do this one, finish this one off so I can cut the other one. Oop, I got a sliver on there. Good. Sliver. I need to cut off a sliver here. There we go. I think I got it pretty much. It's a little crooked. Hold on. It's a little crooked. Let me see. What am I doing wrong? Is it me? Is it the glue again? Possibly. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. Cut the extra off of here. Oh, I did good on that one. And there we go. But we're not done. Gotta cut them into tag shapes now. Oh, I still have that big piece of file folder left. You can get a lot out of a file folder, even though I had to cut that little piece off that had a name on it and the tab. Okay, so let's cut these. Let me cut it right, pretty much in half. Let me see where the half point is. Yeah, let me just go ahead and kind of eyeball it here. Half point, about right there. And then this one, half point again. I probably will be sewing on these, so I'll do a little sew with me video. Like I said, that's not a tutorial. It's just a little, you know, hang out with me and sew type of thing. Okay, so let's make these into tag shapes now. I love this. This is kind of like mid-century modern too, isn't it? It's got a little starburst there, and at first it didn't give me that vibe, but now that I'm cut it up and kind of like got it glued down, it's really giving me that vibe. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that paper glued down. It's so cool. I really need to get out my other, after Christmas, get out my other wrapping papers and make some tags out of it. So pretty. See, there's a little starburst right there. It's cool because the patterns end up in different places too on this one. So that is cool. Now this one, let's cut our tag shape. And I could make this into, you know, a shape like this into a journaling card too. But I'm making them into tags. I'm all about tags today. But at some point I could make, maybe the next time, maybe I'll do another video where I'm making these into, if you want me to. I kind of want to. So maybe I will make a video making some wrapping paper journal cards. That would be fun. Of course, very easy, but here we go. Let me show you everything we made today. We did a lot. We did a lot. And I still have a lot of wrapping paper left, but look at all the tags we made already, just out of that little bit. So we made this one, and this one out of that one with the Christmas trees that look like stitchery. I made this one and this tall one out of the wreaths, and then we just made this one and this one, two different sizes. I tried to cut it in half, but as you can see, they're two for different sizes, and these two, so you know, it doesn't matter. Tags are not any certain size. They're whatever size. So Very nice. And then we made this one out of the blue with the elf on it. So pretty. I don't know which one's my favorite. I love them all. So, and now look at all the tags I have. I'm so excited. So anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the completion of these tags with a topper and sewing around probably. I think I will probably sew around all of them. And I think that'll be fun. I've got red thread in one of my sewing machines right now, so I could use the red thread on all of these, so that would be pretty and it would stand out like on this one especially. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in a little bit. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.